It began with patrols, not protests, not politics, patrols. Two young men from Oakland, California, tired of watching their people brutalized by police, decided to do something radical, something logical. They armed themselves with law books and rifles, and they watched the watchers. Those men were Huey P. Newton and Bobby Seale, and in October 1966, they founded what would become one of the most feared and most misunderstood movements in American history, the Black Panther Party for self-defense. At a time when civil rights leaders were preaching patience, the Panthers were preaching power. While others sang, "We shall overcome," they declared, "All power to the people." Theirs wasn't a movement of begging. It was a movement of building, rooted in 10 demands known as the 10-point program. They wanted freedom, land, housing, education, and justice. They wanted an end to police brutality, to poverty, and to lies dressed as law, and they were ready to defend those demands by any means necessary. The Panthers patrolled the streets with shotguns and law books, legally exercising their Second Amendment rights while monitoring police stops. They weren't looking for trouble. They were looking for justice. And justice, it seemed, made America nervous. Within months, the Black Panther Party spread across the nation, from Oakland to Chicago, from Los Angeles to New York. Their image, the black beret, the leather jacket, the raised fist, became an international symbol of resistance. But what the media often missed was their mission. Behind the guns were programs, over 60 of them: free breakfast for children, free medical clinics, free clothing drives. They tested for sickle cell anemia, escorted the elderly, and fed thousands every morning before school. They called it survival pending revolution. For the first time, young black men and women were organizing with discipline, education, and community care at the same time, and that terrified those in power. By 1969, FBI Director J. Edgar Hoover called the Panthers the greatest threat to the internal security of the United States. COINTELPRO, the FBI's covert operation, was unleashed to destroy them from the inside out. Agents infiltrated chapters, spread lies, and turned brothers against brothers. Leaders were harassed, arrested, or killed. Fred Hampton, the 21-year-old chairman of the Illinois chapter, became one of their brightest stars and one of their greatest losses. In 1969, Chicago police raided his apartment in the middle of the night. He was shot dead as he slept beside his pregnant fiancée. The official report called it a shootout. History calls it what it was, an assassination. But even in death, the movement lived. The Black Panther Party redefined what it meant to be young, black, and unapologetically revolutionary. They taught political education classes. They trained women as leaders, including figures like Kathleen Cleaver, Elaine Brown, and Assata Shakur, who would become symbols of defiance in their own right. The Panthers showed the world that liberation wasn't just about fighting the system, it was about rebuilding your own. Their survival programs became blueprints for the future. Their free breakfast model inspired public school meal programs across the country. Their health clinics laid the groundwork for community care centers still standing today. The Black Panther Party was more than an organization. It was an awakening. It was a reminder that resistance isn't just protest, it's purpose, that a generation unafraid to learn, lead, and protect can shift the balance of power. They were targeted, they were demonized, but they were also right. And their message, all power to the people, still echoes through movements for justice today, because power isn't given, it's organized, it's claimed, it's lived. This is the Black History Vault, power to the people, the rise of the Black Panther Party,